Hello and welcome back to The Curious Pigeon, 'tis me. And as you've seen by the video title, today we are going to be going back in time to 2009 at Alton Towers, and we're going to be looking around the entrance area and Tower Street. So I hope you enjoy. So as you can see, this is a very sunny day in 2009, and how different does the entrance area look? We've got no corkscrew, and we've got all the old ticket booths, which I'm pretty sure aren't there anymore. And it really does look so different. You can see all of the wooden queue lines there, and you can even see the flowery monorail in the background as well. So it looks like they had about 5 ticket booths dotted around in a sort of semicircle, and then you had the entrance barriers thereafter. And I'm not quite sure why all of these old attractions had this sort of main clock tower type part of their entrances, but I've seen supermarkets have it as well. I don't know what it was about these little towers, but they did love them. And then on the right hand side of where we were just viewing, we have a very temporary looking mobile, and as you can see from the side, it's for cash sales only on this side, and then obviously disabled ticketing on the right hand side. And you can see some old pricing as well on these posters, but you will see all of these posters in a bit better detail later in the video. But even just looking at these numbers, it is a bit crazy. And I don't know what this pipe work is doing. Is it electronics? You can see that whole pipe work at the top, going between that mobile and all the ticket booths. For some reason, that pipework really annoys me. Whatever it was for, could they not have done it a better way? And even though it's quite blurry, I thought I'd just zoom in a little bit and show you what the ticket booth used to look like. I wonder what it was like working in there. I mean, I'm not claustrophobic, but it must have been snug. And I just wanted to point out these sort of squares of odd bricks. Why are these going a different way to the rest? And they're dotted about a few times on this entrance plaza. I didn't know if maybe they were bases for old ticket booths, maybe, or some old lampposts or something. If you know, do let me know. And I just wanted to point out the kiosk open, kiosk closed signs. You can just see them below the lights on this ticket booth. Now, I do know that Sean and Charlotte over at Theme Park Worldwide have one of these in their collection, which is pretty cool. And then you've got these weird bird cage things on the top. I don't know why. And here we've got an old Fast Track advert. Look at the old font on the Fast Track logo. You've got Fast Track Scream for £8 and Fast Track Adventurer for £5. Now, I couldn't read any closer the small print on these, but £8 and £5. Does anyone remember what that pricing structure was for? How many you got? Was Fast Track Scream more for the thrill rides? Not sure. And shout out quick there, just a little look at an old style cash machine from Alliance Leicester. And then this is on the left hand side of the entrance plaza now, and we have a slightly better look, although still terrible, at the admissions prices for 1 day and 2 day. You can see adult, child at the top just. And some of these prices do go in the multiple, in the 3 digits and up, and I think you've got children under a certain age are free. I'm annoyed that I couldn't see this in any clearer font, but the prices, whatever they are, will be less than what they are today. I can say that very confidently. And it looks like these windows on this left-hand side building weren't being used. You've got some boarding there that opens up sometimes for visitors. And here I just wanted to point out the kids spotter. £3 for parents with adventurous kids. I'm guessing this is something to do with if your kids go walkabout, you can find them again. What was it, a radar on the head? Who knows? You've got pre-booked ticket collections there on the left. Clearly some of those booths were being used in 2009. And here's just a little look as you get closer to the entrance. We have a litter picker, and there he is. And we have an advert for Cloud Cuckoo Land, which just looks so fun and inviting. In my opinion, it looks a little more exciting than David Walliams. Maybe because Cloud Cuckoo Land, in my opinion, was a little less niche. And I'm interested to see what they do with the World of David Walliams land in the future. And we've just gone in the entrance here, so we're looking back at the entrance plaza. We're just on Tower Street. And I just wanted to have a look at this Merlin Annual Pass poster. doesn't say the price here, but we do have the price on another poster later on. You've got Legoland, Alton Towers, Chessington. I think you've got the Dungeons on there, Thorpe Park. I think possibly the London Eye is on there. But yeah, all the Merlin Annual Pass logos from 2009 around there. And here we have a poster for the Towers 2 advert. Come back tomorrow for £9, come back any day before November the 1st for 14, and a family of 4 can come back tomorrow for 28 quid. Not bad. And then we've got the old Alliance Leicester logo and some more free cash machines. Do you remember Alliance Leicester? I swear they're not around anymore. You've got the lovely view. That never gets old when you enter Alton Towers. You've got an old You Are Here park map. I do love looking at the old park maps. They're all available online, including some really old ones from the 80s. And how upsetting is this old refill cup advert? £6 for the refill cup and you get free refills all day. And they were pretty funky, I have to be honest, with a nice bendy straw. £6. And then you've got some car park tickets here for £5. Oh, those were the days. I also find it really fun when you use parking machines, even now, and you get your little ticket and you use your contactless and you press the little green button. And on the left, you can see a whole load of the refill cups. And here you have the cutest stand I've ever seen for anything. It's such a cute little refill cup stand for Coca-Cola. And here you've got a couple of lads with cameras and typical 2009 spiky hair. And I think maybe they were doing some photos with the pirates. Maybe guests were getting photos as well. I believe this group of pirates and lasses would have been from the pirate show that they used to have on in Mutiny Bay. And on the left, we've got some more windows for a building not being used for front-facing activities. You had Oblivion and Air logos there. Sorry if it skipped along a bit quick. But a lot of boarded up windows. You've got walkabout photos. Not sure what was walkabout about it, but we had walkabout photos. And you've got Alton Bear over there with his chums. And then what I really like about this particular shot is you can see an advert for 13. So obviously this is from 2009. So this is before it opened in 2010. I mean, look at that. It says something about a world first coming in 2010, Ride into the Unknown. How cool is that old advert? I was so happy when I saw that. Because again, it's just a moment sort of lost in time, I guess. Nothing beats that excitement for a ride or any kind of attraction opening. And a quick little shout out for the Frog Fountain, still looking much the same, but they were super cute when they had their phalanx jackets on. I loved seeing them. They were adorable. And here we've got Towers Trading with an absolutely massive Alton Towers mug on it. A book, a trophy, and Father Christmas for some reason. So, still looks as big and imposing as it is today. And then on the side there, you've got a bear, a balloon, and some building blocks. Couldn't think of the name, with the Oblivion logo on and the Alton Towers logo. I mean, I doubt kids playing with building blocks are going to be big enough for Oblivion, but there we are. We had a car park. You could pay for car parking tickets in there. And we've got a Miss the Traffic carvery offer. So you've got £10 and £15. I believe that's carvery for 2 and then a family deal for 15, I believe. Makes me really crave a roast dinner or a proper carvery. I've not actually had that many carveries before in my life, but I really want one now. I really, really do. Anyway, enough of me because I just feel hungry. And this is the Towers restaurant with the sort of blue and the red, which I don't feel like goes together superbly well, but still, again, quite a nice, posh, traditional entrance. And we've got Build Your Own Kids Lunchbox, which was a sandwich, fruit, a drink, crisps, and a toy. I mean, I loved kids' meals for the toy, and kids' sweets like a Kinder Egg for the toy, cereal for the toy. It was all about the free gift. And it is now, to be honest. And we've got Towers hot dogs there. The less to be said about the price of hot dogs nowadays in the park, the better. And we have a chocolate fountain stand as well. I'm not going to lie, I do love a cup of marshmallows and strawberries from one of these chocolate fountain stands. I've not had one at Alton Towers, ever, but I have at another event and love it. And just around the corner then, we have got the Towers Suite, which I'd never heard of before. I'm assuming it's some kind of corporate area for small events. And we have the other side of the Towers restaurant where you could sit outside as well. In the UK weather. Questionable how much that was used, but still. And I'm not going to make any comments about bins. Absolutely not. So let's head over to the other side of Tower Street. Yes, there's more to see. Who thought such a small bit of the park, the entrance in Tower Street, would hold so much old, well, history, if you can call it that, it being 15 years old, but history nonetheless. We've got the lovely strawberry monorail, but the one thing I hate about these monorails is the fact that the graphic is on the windows. I want to be able to see out properly. I do like that they have all the fun different designs on them, and I think the strawberry one is probably my favourite because it even has the basket on there. But yeah, mini rant from me. I hate the fact that I can't see out the windows. So here we have another massive banner. So the other biggest thing they were trying to plug is the annual pass. And on here you've got a frog hopper, you've got the rapids, the elevator from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride, you've got the ruins, you've got Spinball Whizzer, Nemesis, and there you go. You've got individual annual passes for $75, and you have got the family pass for $240. And at the bottom, the imagery has glitched a little bit, but it says if you get the annual pass, your entry fee from that day will be refunded, which, to be fair, works out as a pretty good deal back then. I'm thinking of getting annual pass soon, but it will cost me more money than that. And I spotted a real post box, and it was a real working post box as well, with proper collection times and everything. No idea if it's still there, but maybe they had postcards and that's why they had it. You've got guest services, and you've got the old red, yellow and blue buggies, and you've also got some old adverts here for golf, the Splash Landings, Halloween, and whatever that other one was. No idea. But yeah, thought it was pretty cool seeing these buggies. They came out when they first became a thing. I was too old and I was gutted because they always looked super fun. We have a window display here for the magical Alton Towers Hotel, which I think captures the theme of the hotel pretty well. You've got the hot air balloon and all the clouds and the suitcases. I do think it looks pretty nice, but again, is that a window of another building that's not being used front facing? You've got the established 1845 bit here, and you've got green and red big lights at the top, which I thought was interesting. So maybe it's for extra spooks when it gets to Scarefest, maybe. And then I just thought I'd pan around a little bit and just show you what Tower Street looked like from this angle. I mean, really, layout-wise, it hasn't changed. But there are still one or two things, like some of the buildings that probably aren't being used these days that was being used 15 years ago. And you have another window display here just further along for Grabbit and Scarpa. I don't know what this related to, because it doesn't seem to relate to the hotel theming. It doesn't seem to relate to any other themed areas at the park. The only thing I could think of was maybe it was related to some sort of Roald Dahl story, bearing in mind there was the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride, or maybe the Quentin Blake illustrations. I had no idea. You've got what looks like a chemist's here, and then on the other side you have got a Roland Butter or Roland Bitter grocers. But again, I had no idea what these last three window displays have had anything to do with. So if anyone actually knows if these had any significance to a particular event or theme at the park, do let me know, because these really confused me. And further along, I thought this entrance was quite interesting. You've got railing and quite a big wide entrance, and it's quite a nice facade really. And I couldn't tell what this would have been for in the past. And why wasn't it being used today? But anyway, another building that as of 2009 anyway, it wasn't being used. We have something which either was or is the box office, but here it was just, again, another boarded up area. You've got this pirate themed bed, and I don't think I like the look of the spikes on there. It doesn't look like somewhere where I'd have a relaxing night's sleep at all. And then you can see the short breaks being advertised, and you can see the twirling toadstool there as well. Rest in peace to the twirling toadstool. Short breaks from just £25 a person. Subject to availability at the top there in the very, very small print. But yeah, quite a nice advert, really. Nice and bright and colourful. But yeah, wouldn't fancy sleeping on that bed, that's for sure. But yeah, what do we think about the price of £25? Well, from just £25 a person. What do we think? Good or bad compared to now? And here we have the coffee bar, which I believe is now corner coffee. And you can see hot paninis, coffees, cake. Can't complain. And just in the background there, you can see the Storybook Land entrance. And then you can see the Tower's ruins in the background as well. I must say, it is a pretty unique park. And you can see the bridge in the background as well. Now, looking back up Tower Street, you could see that people could meet this strange character. I'm assuming maybe he was... It doesn't look like a pumpkin, but he looked like a robot. Do you think he was a robot? Do let me know, because he confused me as well. It looked like he would have been cute, though. And here we've got the hearse. I mean, it is a really, really souped up hearse, isn't it? It's got a flag, it's got a massive exhaust pipe, blue flames, and you've got the characters as well. You've got the pumpkin character, you've got the mummy, and you've got the little cute Grim Reaper with his face blurred out. That did make me chuckle because, you know, I know they have automatic face recognition, but still. And shout out to Squirrel Nutty in the background there. And I just wanted to have a look at this old advert. So you've got Mutiny Bay, Sharkbait Reef, Katanga Canyon, Gloomy Wood, Forbidden Valley, Adventureland, does it say there? Old MacDonald's Farmyard, X Sector and Cloud Cuckoo Land. So again, a little bit different today. Not by too much, the red arrow is pretty much all the same. And then the last thing on here, just to make everyone feel a bit sad about price increases, is the jumbo hot dog. I swear that says £4.25. £4 something anyway. And isn't it about £9.50 today? Crazy. And I saw a rollover hot dog in my local co-op. I swear it was £2 something. Whatever it was, it was much lower in price. And here we are. I thought I'd end on a nice photo of Storybook Land and the big top in the background and the hearse. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.